So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here, a clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, always good to work with you. I'm really looking forward to this now.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here, things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. Hello and welcome one and all, the atmosphere building very nicely here.
Hello everybody.
Gorgeous evening, the skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium and I've been hit by it too.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. With so many teams now playing just one up front, Jim, it's easy to forget, isn't it, that strike partnerships used to be the norm.
Absolutely, Peter, but partnerships have proven themselves to be very productive over the years. They carry more might.
And we've had some legendary ones, haven't we?
Yeah, and how it usually works is that you've got one target man with the other striker playing off him and just looking to add another little bit of devilment.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Vitinha, and he's had it nicked away. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Just eases him off the ball. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is one of the more productive players around, despite...
Goes for a shot! He's delivered all right! There is the breakthrough! It is a good finish, the odds were against him, little matter.
Such a well-worked finish. It looked like he was going to be shut down, but he thrives in situations like that.
Vietnam are already chasing the game, they didn't envisage that. And it's Bellingham. And there's his chance to lead the counter. No way through. Palmer, skillfully cut out, he is so at ease on the ball. Cucurella.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
It's a good spell of possession, this. Brilliantly cut out. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. And here's Mbappe. Vitinha. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He has found the way through. Van der Ven. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Vitinha. Vitinha really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Vitinha. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Cucurella. Chouameni does really well to win the ball there. Vitinha. Vietnam are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail. Now Romero stood up well to him there. Can he get it through?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
And it's Thuram. Skims one in. Cleared without hesitation. Passes. Real chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Nuno Mendes.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. And it's Vitinha. And here's Thuram. Gravenberg. And here's Bellingham. Now then, the ball's come loose. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Chouameni. Mbappe.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Alexander-Arnold. Vitinha. Nuno Mendes. And Ndika. And he's managed to get rid. Romero. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Well, obviously things are not good, Peter. It seems the team were just a bit too busy playing within themselves, too tentative. They have to improve and make it fast.
And we're already back up and running after half-time.
Vietnam really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Thuram. Alexander-Arnold. That's a promising run he's making on the right. Played out to the left flank. That's a nicely shaped ball. Mignon gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. And that's another good win of the ball. Bellingham. Thuram. Nuno Mendes. Can he get on the end of this? And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, they can break here. Thuram looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Opts to play it back, and he's made sure that's not getting through.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Down by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Up towards the front line. Oh, can he get onto this? Chouameni opts for safety. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And the finish! The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And it's Thuram. He is through here! Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Thuram is onto this. Chance! Well, that has not gone well. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Chouameni. Chance here to counter. Vitinha. Here's Chouameni. And it's Vitinha. Thuram, looking for the run, and a chance! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 20, Thuram. Number 11, Palmer. Number 19,
And it's Tonali.
Thuram.
Out towards the flank.
Bellingham. Coming on the field, number 18, Wissa. Number 21, Sterling.
And here's the chance to counter.
Mbappe. Number 6, Chanali. Number 22.
Oh, it's a promising
Pedri.
build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing.
Vietnam surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Mendes just loves to go forward whenever he can.
Vietnam appear determined to play through the middle again. And guess what? It's the same result.
It's a promising position. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Vietnam are in a tearing hurry to save themselves here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
Now it's Lukaku. Mbappe.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
McAllister. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Hakimi. 5 minutes left on the clock. Oh, no, that was never going to make it.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Looking for a runner. Mbappe! He's found a way through! Mbappe! Musiala.
Vietnam really wanted that 2-goal.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin.
Hi Peter, it's great to be here.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We have already started here.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era. Defensive.
Can he finish? He's delivered all right! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing. So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And that's been won straight back. Cucurella is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Chouameni, and here's Thuram. Lovely feet. Shapes to shoot! Mbappe! Oh, how good is that? A finish right from the top draw. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch. I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Now it's Thuram. He's chosen to go back. Might be decent chance! He has done it! And the comeback is complete! A mere formality, nigh on a certainty. He is truly in the zone.
Well, he always had the measure of the keeper there. Such confidence and composure.
Vietnam take the lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Vitinha. And it's Cucurella. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Chouameni. Here's Vitinha. Gravenberg. Thuram. And here's Dembele.
Dembele really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Tchouaméni. It's run loose here. Palmer kept his eye on it, and he's there. Tchouaméni. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And it's Vitinha. Dembele does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Vietnam heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Bellingham, out towards the flank. Bellingham. Oh, the clearance is short. Long ball upfield. Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Cucurella. Mbappe. Looking for options for movement. Could try cutting inside here. He is through here. And that has been knocked clear. Bellingham. And it's Bellingham. So what can they make of this? Tchouaméni. Alexander-Arnold. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Threads one in.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Well timed, excellent interception. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. And we are up to the break.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic, frenzied. It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Vietnam head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. So we're just settling back into this second half. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Tchouaméni. Played towards the other side.
Good switch, that.
Passing is crisp and sharp. And it's Tchouaméni. That has been slung wide. And he shoots! They just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Cucurella. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, that's nice. That's very neat. Cucurella proves just a little bit too strong. And that has been cleared. Thuram being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Vitinha. Here's Tchouaméni. And here's Mbappe. Oh, just skip shot, surely! Thuram. Can he spark a counter here? And it's Mendes. For Palmer. Palmer running with the ball. Gravenberg. And it's Thuram. And it's Gravenberg. For Palmer. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And here's the chance to counter. Cucurella. Romero. Van Dijk. Gravenberg puts his foot on the gas. Could move up a gear here. Pass is just off target.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
It is a corner.
Substitution on the field.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
20, Turn.
They've played it short.
11, Harmer. Number 19.
Hangs in a big header! It's there! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead.
And the finish! Chouameni. Van de Ven. And Hakimi. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Romero. And it's Musiala. Chouameni. Out to the left it goes. Musiala. And it's Gravenberg. It's Pedri. And here's Sorloth. Musiala. Sorloth. Chooses to go back. Nuno Mendes. Looking for the run. Brilliantly cut out. He can get that clear. Looking to play him in. That ball looks a good one. And it's Hakimi. He is just caressing the ball. Oh, it's a searing run. He is a man on a mission. The ball goes in. And he thumps it clear. Musiala. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Musiala. And here's Sorloth. McAllister. Now it's Lukaku. And it's Mendes.
There will be one
Nuno
more
Mendes.
at a time.
There he goes, motoring forward. And a chance! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away! And there goes the final whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will. And this play... So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here.
Hello,
A clear
everybody,
night,
and
all
welcome
the
to
ingredients
today's
for a
match.
showcase game that the passionate crowd demands.
I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin. A delight to have him on board.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
And as you can see, we've already started here.
Good running, strong and purposeful. This looks promising.
Dembele! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's the keeper's ball.
And now they can spring out of defence.
Tries to play it through.
Good read, needed to be.
Can he spark a counter here? Played towards the other side.
Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Trent Alexander-Arnold is a key component, particularly in teams that play on the counter. Okay, you have the pace and the overlapping, but add to that his excellent work ethic, deliveries and his willingness to get back and cover. All qualities I really like. And then there's a whole array of flair.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Could move up a gear here. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he?
Asensio.
And here's Bellingham.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Thuram receives it in a good position here. Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there.
Neither party overly willing to compromise. He's in a great position here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Oh, that's well spotted.
Vietnam yet to have an attempt on goal.
But it is clear to see
That he is not at all happy with that.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Nuno Mendes. Out of play for a throw.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Van de Ven. That has not gone well.
Oh, it's Dembele. Van Dijk does really well to win the ball there.
Vitinha.
Now it's Mbappe. Vitinha is fouled. Well, you might think he got off lightly. It is just a verbal warning.
Chouameni getting on for a third of the way through the game. Cucurella.
And that could set him on his way.
Cucurella
Has it in a wide position.
opts to play it back. And here's Vitinha.
This is the time you need that pace.
Gravenberg. Vitinha.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
And it's Cucurella. Can he get on the end of this?
Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
Well, that pass isn't the best.
That's a super give and go. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. No, that's been intercepted. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Palmer. Bellingham. Cucurella. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Mbappe! Another chance from a corner. Alexander-Arnold to take it as usual. Alexander-Arnold plays it short. Alexander-Arnold has got himself a free kick. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Perhaps the final meaningful act of the first half.
I think it looks as if they're going to try and whip this one in with pace.
And he's gone backward here. Cucurella is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Now that's well seen too.
1 minute added time.
We are into overtime. Oh, it's a promising build-up this. Plenty of really nice passing. Looking for options for movement. And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Reflections on the first half?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
An engrossing half, but we're still where we started, 0-0. And we're underway again. So the first half brought no goals. Tchouaméni, Romero, and it's Tchouaméni. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
That has ended up in no man's land. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Vitinha, Tchouaméni. He's chosen to go back.
Well, he just didn't have any support. And again, they're pressing effectively.
And he's intervened well there. Palmer.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped. Thuram really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Cleared away. Well, they continue each to cancel the other out. Thuram being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
Thuram. 60 minutes played. And it's Gravenberch. Cucurella cuts out the pass. Very few chances to talk of, Jim. Defence is, it seems, on top here.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Thinks about the shot. And the shot's on here. Mbappe driving forwards. Mendes did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Now it's Bellingham. Thuram. That's tidy. Palmer. And it's a decent chance! Sticks it away! piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Number 20.
Vietnam have taken the lead.
Number 11.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Bellingham. Number 19.
Chouameni.
Kevin Turan. Coming on the field. Number 18. Whistle. Number 21.
Vietnam really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Substitution.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. Vietnam can breathe again, just.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape. Vietnam really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
And a chance! And that would have won it.
Just got too eager there, I think, Peter. Had half an eye on the two-goal cushion.
Vietnam have their second corner now. Gravenberch! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Corner number 3 coming up. Romero getting this one clear. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Now who's going to be first to this?
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Mbappe! Oh, that's neat. Mbappe stood his ground strongly. Vietnam must do something here and very quickly.
Yeah, they're really playing in hope at this point, but hope is something you can always cling to.
Good ball, good take. And the finish! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Corner number 4 coming up here. Romero with the clearance.
Well, it's probably safe to say now, Peter, that it's going to be all about game management from here.
Vinicius Junior. Solot. That's an imaginative pass. Big chance! What a big chance! No mistake! A 2-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Vietnam could not have picked a better time to snatch a 2-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope for...
And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Well, here is a defeat that may hit them hard, and you can sense that all around us. Things... Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations a generation or so ago, Peter, and it does allow the fullbacks to play a key role in attack.
Yeah, they offer most of the width, don't they?
Exactly. You want them to be high up the pitch so they can get themselves into the final third whenever possible. This will, of course, ask an awful lot of the centre halves and the central midfielders, who need to drop into position and cover the spaces. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I don't think you're going to get many defenders who are as good as this fella, Koundé. When it comes to building from the back, I mean, he's always boasted impressive forward passes where you see him hit the front line with diagonals, switch play. He's got a great, varied passing game. But
Shoots! It's in!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So, a breakthrough already.
And here's Dembele. Aimed beyond the defence. Vitinha puts them all in. Now it's Palmer. He's having a shot! They've scored! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Simplicity itself.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Vietnam grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Alexander-Arnold just loves to go forward whenever he can. Vitinha is onto this. Looking for the run. And he's gone backward here. Thuram! Tchouaméni. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Romero. Van de Ven. Romero cuts out the pass. Vitinha, and he's intervened well there.
This is the time you need that pace.
Threads one in. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that's a fine interception. Knocks it into space. Vitinha.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Now it's Palmer. Bellingham.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
And it's Bellingham. Bellingham. Bellingham! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And here's Bellingham, steaming on goalwards. Alexander-Arnold did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Tchouaméni. Oh, that's a key interception. Bellingham. Bellingham has created one goal already. Tchouaméni. Now it's Mbappe. And he goes cross-field. Cucurella. Romero. Tchouaméni. 5 minutes till the break. Dembele did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Now it's Thuram. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Van de Ven spots it and intercepts.
There will be 1 minute added time.
He's found a way through. Big header! Fair attempt, just the wrong outcome.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's a really interesting game. They head in at half-time at 1-1.
Thank you for your cooperation.
So once again, we're underway. Alexander-Arnold. And it's Tchouaméni. Mbappe. Oh, super ball. Now, can he find a finish? And the shot! Oh, taken with style. And they get themselves in front. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
Vietnam get themselves into the lead. Nuno Mendes with the cross. Oh, what has happened here? Big chance! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Picked out brilliantly. Can he finish? And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, nice touch. And it's Gravenberch. Caresses it through. Oh, well played. Thuram being hunted in packs.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind him up in the process, Peter. Well, they've stamped some authority on things, but how much more authority can be generated? They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Bellingham. And here's Dembele. Now it's Bellingham. Great vision. Goes for a shot! It's in! And the lead lost no time at all!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs, and when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Substitution on the field. Number 5.
So, time for changes on both sides,
Number
actually.
20.
This is quite a battle.
11.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop. Just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Number 9.
Vitinha cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
Musiala. Vietnam perhaps wondering what the best time is for their next substitution. Stood up well to him there.
Substitution on the field. Number 8, Bellingham. Number 4, Vitinha. Coming on the field, number 42, Musiala. Number 6,
Oh, nicely intercepted. Hakimi. Chouameni. Romero. Tries to play it through. And it's Cucurella. And here's Musiala. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Here's Chouameni. Can he get on the end of this? Back when it goes. And a chance! Oh, super goal! A finish of true class! And they've got their lead back.
I think you have to appreciate the simplicity and efficiency of it all there, Peter. The ease at which the defence got taken out of the equation, and he was never going to miss that.
Vietnam take the lead. Mbappe. Tonali. Nuno Mendes. Looking for options for movement. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Van der Ven to McAllister. Opts for safety. And it's Musiala. The ball is loose and the chase is on. In towards the back stick. Romero clears it away. Solot with the foul. Plays a sharp little ball here. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on.
Vietnam surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
Cucurella.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
Oh, what a... and the shot! Goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Vietnam take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
Can he stop it going out? Shapes to shoot! Well, that is commitment to the cause. So, third corner of the game. Tonali plays it short. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Musiala. Dembele. That's been cut out, well played. Tries to pass it through. And the shot! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Vietnam get their fourth corner. That's a decent clearance. Hakimi. Good running, strong and purposeful. Now it's McAllister. So that's it. It is all over. Vietnam are walking off satisfied with their day's work. A result no... Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Vietnam have gone with what looks like an orthodox 4-4-2, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really like this lad Jules Koundé a lot. He isn't the biggest, but he's known for having a big character that makes up for that. He's brilliant in boxes, and he can outmuscle opponents that are much bigger than him. You add a little bit of pace to that, and he's a formidable presence at the back.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Van de Ven. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
This looks promising.
That's just playing it safe and simple. Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Now it's come to nothing. Mbappe touches it back.
He's got no choice here. He had to go backwards.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
And it's Alexander-Arnold. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, wonderful! What a goal! About as smooth as it gets. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking.
And the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
He scored! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
Perfect placement, the one place the keeper couldn't reach.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Vietnam grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
He's a sharp little ball here. Now, what about a counter-attack? Well, that's beautifully weighted. Thuram receives it in a good position here. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Thuram. And they've switched it over to the other side. Thuram was only too happy to help out in defence.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
Decent progress down the left. Vitinha knocks it out wide.
Lovely bit of skill. And now they can clear their lines. Szoboszlai. That has ended up in no man's land. Here's Chouameni. Little pass back. Is there any support? He might not need it. It's a good foot in there. Shapes to shoot! It's bounced back off the post. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And he's picked it up out wide. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And the shot! Dembele made a good run there. And no, that was never going to make it. Oh, easy pickings there.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
That's good running with the ball. Mbappe! That's a good block, but at the expense of a corner. This possibly the last play of the half. Keeper's dealt with that. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Now that looks a decent ball. Romero, Chouameni. Chouameni wins the duel this time. Gravenberg. Vietnam trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. He gets a ticking off and needs to be very careful now.
He just needs to find the control button on his aggression before the ref does it for him, Peter.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And the counter is on. And it's made its way to him. Thuram under intense pressure.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience for him.
Can he finish? Szoboszlai.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now it's Thuram. No, that's been intercepted. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. Vitinha. Nicely weighted ball. Van der Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there. And now the breakaway, and it's been played through. Great ball, and he's shot, surely! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
And the referee has brought play back and shown him a yellow card.
Substitution on the field.
Vietnam have their second corner now.
Number 7.
Hakimi plays it short.
Number 20. Char. Number
He's
8,
on it, can he get away?
Bellingham.
Opts to
Coming
play
on
it
the
back.
field, number 9.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Number 18. Wissa. Number 21.
Mbappe! He's seen that
Number
early.
22.
Used a certain sixth sense.
Substitutions taking place.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
And it's Vitinha. Tries to dink it through. Oh, that was vital. And that should get the job done.
Substitution on the field.
It's their
4,
second corner of the game.
Vitinha. Coming on the field is number 6, Chanali.
DiMarco goes short. DiMarco puts them all in. Cleared away. Vietnam are looking to go forward now. Nuno Mendes. He's in plenty of space here. Musiala. Nuno Mendes. 75 minutes played.
Vietnam clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Pedri crosses. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
And it's Mendes. Nice bit of trickery. Now it's Lukaku. Good ball, good take. Oh, he's found support out wide. Look at the space here. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Nuno Mendes. Musiala. Real chance! He can get that clear. Looking to play him in. No, that pass has been well intercepted.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Chouameni.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. It's a good run down the right. Van der Ven spots it and intercepts. Mbappe looking for option. He's having a shot! And it's come back out to him. Oh, what about that? And that has raised the roof! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
And we're done. Vietnam did lead, indeed they controlled, but they managed to throw it all away. A defeat made even more painful by the way it came to pass. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Vietnam must quickly shake this from their system, Peter, because it's the sort of performance that can linger and fester.
So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.